Let me ask you, going back and forth a little bit, what did you think of, WWE putting Corey Graves more like involved with these storylines? Because word around the campfire is that WWE is trying to, they're throwing around the idea of Bailey having a crush on Corey Graves.
Didn't Solo Monster shoot that down, or somebody who's a notable podcaster?
No. Well, no, they're just. First of all, I mean, we're discussing ideas.
No. I'm saying I saw someone debunk that today. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, it's the same people that thought Nikki might be in the money.
No, but I don't think there's going to be. There's going to be. First of all, everyone knows Corey Graves is married in real life. That's not going to work for him. I'm sure he wouldn't even do it. It would be stupid. It would make no sense. He makes fun of Bailey all the time, but all of a sudden he likes Bailey.
No, I didn't say
Alexa. Alexa Bliss and Corey Graves, I can believe.
I didn't say that. I said
no. But I'm saying that whole thing, I think, is just a rumor.
No. I said WWE is considering a storyline idea where Bailey has a crush on Corey Graves. I didn't say that Corey Graves and her would be having a romance angle.
You're saying like
a crush.
What's CM Punk's wife's name?
AJ.
AJ did with half the locker room and an angle and storylines.
No,
didn't she do that thing with several wrestlers? Daniel Bryan, CM Punk.
No, that's more slutty. Bailey would just have like the crush.
And didn't they do that with Eve Torres? I mean, this has been done so many times.
They did. Bailey is like I'm not saying this to criticize Bailey, but Bailey's a simpleton. Like Bailey is the person next. No, but you think of the character. Bailey is like,
DT, let's be honest. You think of Bailey as the female Eugene, don't you?
No. To me, she's like the innocent girl from next door. She's like the girl, like if you went to a dance,
she's the special girl.
She would be the one like pouring the punch for everyone and not have the date there. She'd be the chick that would, everybody would be going to the movies. She'd be climbing the trees in the park. She's like this simple girl, like a quiet girl. Like Eve Torres and AJ Lee. It was this idiots in the chat. And I say that with all due respect because I know you're all supporters of the show. I'm not shitting on her personally. I'm talking about the character. AJ Lee and Eve Torres and everyone else, the insinuation was that these girls were going from person to person to person to person. Bailey having a crush. Stop reading too far into what I'm saying. Bailey having a crush on Corey Graves. All right. That doesn't mean Corey Graves and her are going to go out to dinner. It doesn't mean that Corey Graves is going to start kissing her. It doesn't mean that Corey Graves is even into her. But they are thinking about the idea of her having a crush. And WWE, I noticed, is trying to get Corey Graves involved more and more in these storylines. Now, the thing with Big Cass today, I thought was dumb.
That was weird because Graves is supposed to be a heel Jesse Ventura type announcer. And he blew up the spot on Graves. He's supposed to hate Enzo. He makes fun of Enzo all the time. And if one understands, he's not a big fan of Enzo in real life. So I didn't understand that part unless he took pleasure in what he knew Cass was going to turn. It turns out that he knew the whole time this was a setup. The same thing that's going on with him and Angle, knowing who's tweeting Angle.
See,
you know what I'm saying? Like, is Graves some antagonist? Is he almost like a Sean O'Hare devil advocate type of guy?
No. I thought
what do you think's going on with
I thought it was just storyline stupidity. You know why? Because Corey Graves is in storyline. Now I have to explain, just like the Bailey stuff. We're talking,
but I'm saying you don't think he's an agitator or a devil's advocate type of thing he's doing here.
Yeah, he is. But this is why I thought it was just an absolute dumb storyline idea. Because for the past bunch of weeks in storyline, Corey Graves is very concerned for Kurt Angle. He's there for Kurt Angle. He's showing him tweets. He's sharing things with him. He's looking out for Kurt Angle. But yet, Kurt Angle is in storyline, confronting people all day, trying to figure out who attacked Kaz, who attacked Enzo, who attacked this. And Corey Graves doesn't, in storyline, tell Kurt Angle, hey, Kurt, I think you want to see this footage. How does Kurt Angle look that he's standing in the ring? I talked to all these people all day long. I could have been sitting back and having an iced tea instead because I would have known all along that Big Cat, you know what I mean? Like Corey Graves had this footage and didn't share it with Kurt Angle. Like he made Kurt Angle like do all this stuff all day in storyline, goes out to the ring, wastes all his fucking time with Big Show coming out and the revival and stuff. But meanwhile, Corey Graves has got in the back pocket this fucking, what was that footage we used to see? GTV? Hey, GTV, Graves TV. I just thought of something. They could return GTV. It should have been Graves TV.
Oh, God.
No, I'm serious. But seriously, think of the storyline. He's there for Kurt Angle, but this backstage footage, oh, no. This is just for me to reveal later on. It's kind of like storyline. It's got more holes than Swiss cheese. It's just.
Well, Graves is a great talker, and I think they want to utilize that.
That's why I'm bringing it up. I think it's a wonderful idea because when he was on the mic before, doing the whole thing, he was smooth, antagonistic, like you said. And, I think this WWE has taken notice that, you know what? I think we could use him a little bit more than just calling matches.
Yeah, I think that. Well, let's be honest. He was poised to be a superstar, and his concussion syndrome knocked him out of the game. Triple H and Stephanie saw value in him from his talking ability and his charisma, and it was a great move keeping him. He's made a great transition to being an announcer. I'd say 9 out of 10 people approve of him. Would call him the best play-by-play guy that they got right now. When Morrow left, Corey Graves became everybody's favorite announcer on the two teams easily. He's got a lot of upside, and he's a young guy too. He's only in his early 30s, so he could be a career guy here, mouthpiece-wise. He'll never be a Jim Ross or anything like that, but I think he's, let's be honest, Jesse Ventura was good at being antagonistic. He wasn't really a great announcer. I think Corey Graves is a better announcer, in my opinion. He calls a better match. I don't know if he could ever be the lead guy. Maybe he can. Maybe he will be when Michael Cole dips out of here. But they're obviously trying to get the most out of the guys that have the most to offer.
Well,
let's put it that way.
He would be a Jerry Lawler. He would be the Jesse
he's
Ventura.
Better than Lawler. He's not.
No. I mean, Lawler, Ventura, Heenan were the antagonists. They were the heel commentator. That's what he can't be the Gorilla Monsoon or the Jim Ross or the Michael Cole. He's got to be the one that feeds off of the person giving the more straight up moves. But the one thing WWE has to be very, very, very careful about with Corey Graves. If this guy can't take any bumps at all, he can't be too much of an antagonist because sooner or later, in storyline, he's got to get his ass kicked. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. It depends on how far they're going to go with this.
Well, that's the thing. If they really take this a little bit too far, the story it's going to lead to an area where in storyline, why doesn't somebody just lay him out? You know what I mean? So they just got to be really careful with that.